Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors, including real fishing and hunting situations involving wildlife. We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content, but viewer discretion is advised. Now, enjoy the show.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show dedicated to a commitment of conservation and to the community that makes Delmarva's outdoors such a hidden gem here in the Mid-Atlantic. My name is Jason Lee, and someone told me that this is how pumpkin spice is made.
On this week's episode, we head to Rehoboth Beach to smash a few pumpkins for charity. We cross the peninsula for the 51st annual Waterfowl Festival in Easton. We get a reminder in Scorchy's Corner of why the good old days weren't in some regards. And we'll meet the September WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship recipient. Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Jason Lee.
There seems to be something magical about the month of November here on Delmarva. The cool autumn air, the crunch of fallen leaves underfoot, and people throwing pumpkins to raise money for charity. It might not be pumpkins shot from cannons or catapults, but there's nothing more Delaware than the sight of seasonal squash soaring through the autumn air.
We're at the Big Chill Surf Cantina in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. We have our 5th annual Sling and Squash. It's where we come out, we throw pumpkins, have a good time, and it's for a good cause. We donate every year to the Resource Center for the last, I think, 4 years now. We just want to make sure we're giving back to the community and making sure we're doing our part. Any event that we do, we usually donate. So far so good. I mean, couldn't ask for better weather. I mean, it's November and it's 70 degrees. I'm sweating right now, but normally we would have like maybe 50 or below weather and people would still come out, but right now we're rocking and rolling.
What you got, Ray?
So we have 2 different divisions, a men's and a women's division. We have 3 different rounds. If you make it past the second round, you're in the final round. And the winner gets a cash prize, $500, and then second place I think gets $200. Third place gets your money back, essentially, $100. And it's just a good time. It's something to do in the off season, and it's one of our top tier events. And we just want to make sure we're giving back to the community every time we do something here because, you know, they love us, we love them kind of thing.
Let's see what we got. That one was easy to mark.
Come out, support local. We've been doing pretty good in the off season, but you can enjoy yourself at Smash Burgers or come to Big Chill Surf Cantina. We love transplants, we love retirees. You know, we just want to make sure that we're part of the community.
Perfect weather and a great turnout all but guarantee that there will be a 6th annual Sling and Squash at Big Chill Surf Cantina, so you've got time to train up. Still to come, we'll head back to Scorchy's Corner and find a great reason to send your plumber a nice gift basket. But coming up next, we'll head to Easton for the 51st Annual Waterfowl Festival. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. If someone were to ask me why we're so passionate about our wetlands and the wildlife that inhabit those areas, well, I'd simply say, let me play you the song of our people.
This is probably the best festival on the East Coast, in my opinion. We have anything from several hundred vendors to the diving dogs or dock dogs. We have food vendors that are put on through nonprofits all over town. We just here at the Elks will serve a couple thousand people throughout the weekend. Where else can you go and you can walk around with your family, bring your dog, go in and see shopping and get to actually touch and lay hands on things. It's not something behind a computer screen. You get to ask questions to the folks that actually make the product. Usually they run special deals on festival days. You get a lot of homemade food, whether it's crab cakes, you get shucked oysters. They're farm raised or they're wild caught. We have both here on the property. The real heart of it, I think, is all the volunteerism that happens. We average, just through the Elks Lodge, we average 30 to 40 volunteers a day to make our event happen with the food line. We have adult beverages being served at a Bloody Mary bar, sodas, wine, indoor dining, and then there's a number of volunteers that happen through the Waterfowl Festival to sell tickets, to organize the tents, all types of things.
And it's possible that the dogs look forward to this event more than the humans do.
So Skipper is a year old. We got him last year about Thanksgiving time, and dog loves the water. We're duck hunters. He's already been duck hunting once, but he's got incredible dock jumping skills, and I said I had to enter him.
The crowds are great. Everybody really likes the dogs, and I mean, we have a lot of great friends that we've made in this community, and Maryland is a great place for a dock jumping competition for the dogs.
The kids painted decoys this morning, and a lot of rain, but I think it's gonna be a great weekend. The Falcon, the Raptor demonstration is amazing. And then just, we're about to head over to the World Duck Calling Championship.
I'm here for the whole event. I think that the Easton Maryland Waterfowl Festival is a celebration of waterfowl hunting culture, and I love all aspects of it. When you look at the goose calls and the duck calls, they take just an essential part of duck hunting and elevate it to art form. It's definitely something to come up here and see. Whether you're an actual hunter or just a wildlife appreciator, getting to come to this festival and see the duck calling competition, it's really experiencing how humanity interacts with wildlife at a very personal, intimate level. A duck and a goose has the entire world to fly over, but I'm trying to learn his language and mimic his life habits to bring him closer to me, not just so I can pull the trigger, but so that I can build that relationship with him. It's very intimate that way.
Even though the weather wasn't great for day one of the festival, spirits were high, and I guess you could say that it was like water off a duck's back. Still to come, we're going to meet Reef Ward, the September recipient of the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship. But up next, we're going to remember why we love indoor plumbing so much. Outdoors Delmarva, we'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. Now, they say that there are some experiences you have in life that you'll just never forget, no matter how hard you try. And if you're old enough to remember life before indoor plumbing, well, now's the time to grab the grandkids and teach them a thing or two.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Come, let us take you into the past.
No, you are not entering the tomb of a pharaoh. This, my friends, is an outdoor privy, or outhouse, if you will.
It was a necessary house, exactly. Very necessary.
You know, why was it named that?
Well, everyday use, sometimes at night too.
This ancient restoration is a privy pride of Madeline Dunn of Laurel. In fact, she named it Dunn's Delight.
The old outhouse has been on this property since before the Civil War, so we moved it over here. And we restored it because I'm very fond of old houses. And of course, this is a very necessary old house. And we were a long time waiting to restore it. But most of it is all original wood.
The old outhouses came in various sizes.
Now this one is a two-holer, and there are some. Now there's one in just below Salisbury that has 2 holes for the adults, and then a little bit lower, 2 holes for children too. So it varies as to the size of the family, I suppose. We didn't in those days have plumbing facilities such as storage and storage disposal plants, and of course there could have been an odor, and the odor, it was necessary to get it away from the main house, I would say.
We might add here that you'll never appreciate the warm, comforting experience of indoor plumbing with such soothing name toilet papers as Charmin, Pedal Soft, and Northern Quilted unless you've experienced the old outhouse days with its catalogs and corn cobs. Not to forget frost, flies, mosquitoes, and an occasional spider. We've experienced both. We do not, in this case, yearn for the good old days.
Amen. We believe in comfort these days, don't we?
Ah, yes, this is a relic from the past, a place where the blazing sun of summer or the frigid cold of winter mattered little when nature called. Scorchy Taws wandering our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is presented by Shorts Marine, online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know, unlike the albino deer, which has pink eyes, a pink nose, and pinkish hooves, piebald deer have brown eyes, brown nose, and black hooves like a normal whitetail. Their coloration is due to a rare inherited genetic defect that affects less than 1% of the white-tailed deer population. Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina.
I am really glad that we didn't resort back to corn cobs when we had that toilet paper shortage a couple years ago. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. It is such an honor to join forces with Mount Air Farms in awarding well-deserved students the chance to keep Delmarva's agricultural roots firmly planted.
It's great. It's amazing knowing that I get an award for something that I love doing, and I do every single day. I mean, I work doing horticulture. I go to school for horticulture. It's great. No, I just love horticulture. I love everything about it. The people, especially Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly's amazing. I mean, he's a great guy, and this is a lot because of him. I mean, it's a big part of him helping out. I mean, he's given me the education to be in it and be able to use it in real world. I mean, I use it for work every single day. It's a lot to be a leader. It requires hard work, education, and being determined and knowing what you want. I'm glad that they look up to me and that they view me as a leader. It's nice to know that they view me that way. I definitely hope to be able to start a business of my own in horticulture, being able to take it from the classroom and being able to work to owning my own business and being able to do that in horticulture.
Reef has always been like a person that's been flexible and willing to do just about anything. But then as the years have gone on, he's been like really available to share his experiences that he's getting outside this classroom, besides then also sharing what he's learned here and applied outside the classroom. So it's kind of cool. We get two aspects of what he's learned and how he's developed, and he's coming back and teaching us some things these days. We have a super group of a cohort of students in this class, but everybody looks to Reef to sort of lead the way. Just not hands-on activities, but from an academic aspect, Reef had one of the highest scores in the state of Maryland on the certification for professional horticulture last year. So we were out of this world proud of what he's accomplished.
Reef is kind of beats to his own drum. He's good with customers. He always brings a smile to our face. We can always count on him to show up for work. He hates to miss any days, and he's always anxious to learn new things. And I think Kyle and Lumi, who are our main greenhouse employees, have really taken him under their wings and really showed him some new stuff. I think he takes what he learns at the Parkside program and kind of also molds it to what we do here at Johnson's, and then kind of comes up with his own idea of things. He's good with customers and showing them, different things that they can plant together and stuff that they can purchase that they might have not have thought to get before. We do honestly think the world of Reef. He's a good kid. He doesn't get in any trouble. He really has his head on right. His parents are great. They come in here and shop with the family dog and stuff like that. So Reef, we're proud of him, and we just hope he stays on the straight and narrow, and we think he'll do a great job. So we're honored that you guys also gave him the scholarship. That's great, and we hope that he appreciates it too.
It's our future. I mean, it's going to be a big part of our future. We need to continue and make it bigger and better, and we're doing so much research in it. We need to develop it. It's important.
Once again, congratulations to Reef Ward of Parkside High School. To learn more about the program and to nominate a student, search for Farm to Table Scholarship at WBOC.com. Still to come, we'll wrap up the show with your latest viewer pictures, and Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. It has been a busy week for Delmarva hunters, so let's flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest viewer photos thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
11-year-old Chase Kinzel of Seaford harvested his first buck on Delaware Youth Day. 13-year-old Daniel Calder from Sharptown shot this 7-pointer in Wicomico County. Pictured with Daniel is his proud little brother River. 7-year-old Levi Townsend of Pittsville got his first deer on Youth Day, harvesting this 8-pointer from 115 yards away. 15-year-old Jacob Lappin of Hebron harvested this gorgeous 9-pointer in Princess Anne. 12-year-old Michael Abreu from Trapp harvested this deer on the last day of Maryland Junior Hunt. 11-year-old Trig Joseph from Milton harvested this massive 10-pointer. This 8-pointer was harvested by Skylar Bassett of Berlin. 8-year-old Luke Newman finally got his first deer on the family farm, and a piebald buck makes the first one just that much more memorable. 13-year-old J. Michael Yoder harvested his own piebald 6-pointer near Greenwood. 13-year-old Avery Wiltbank from Willards harvested her first buck during Youth Day. 15-year-old Hunter Bluto of Bridgeville made the most of his final Youth Day hunt, and his dad Alan got into the action with his crossbow kill. 17-year-old Wayne Howard Jr. of Crisfield bow harvested this massive buck in Kingston. Rayleigh Snyder of Marion Station harvested this great-looking 8-pointer during Junior Hunt Day. Addie Reed and her mom Katie of Snow Hill harvested this huge 11-pointer on Youth Day. And this spike buck was harvested by 13-year-old Malin Peak of Pittsville. It's her first deer, and I have it on good authority that she's known as Sparkplug by her closest friends. So congratulations, Sparkplug.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's our show for this week. Keep sending in those pictures and videos by emailing outdoors@wboc.com. Remember that you can like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And don't forget, if you've got an event or something that you just want us to be a part of, send us a message and we'll make that happen. We'll see you right back here next week, and until then, I hope to see you outdoors, Delmarva.